Welcome to the Nagual Zone. I'm Anaam. Today I want to talk about feelings. Feelings are the bread and butter of the Toltec world. And warriors are people who have really worked throughout their life to bring their feelings into a very healthy relationship with their perception of the world. What I mean by that is warriors see the world, or rather perceive the world, in a very different way than the average man, and their feelings are a part of that perception. They're not a separate thing to be dealt, a file to be dealt with when I have the time. Feelings are the way Toltecs relate to the world. Now that doesn't mean that New Age, we are sensitives, empaths, we're sensitives and we are empaths and the world touches us deeply. And that New Age shit, that's not what we're talking about. Let the sensitives and the empaths be miserable in their little corner about how the world is and how they feel everything. Warriors are a lot more pragmatic. But the fact remains, you have got to let your feelings be right there as you live through your life. Now here's what I see happening. I've seen it too many times. People, they start getting interested in bettering themselves, or they read a Castaneda book or a podcast or something or the other, or they become interested in self-help or whatever, some form of growth and evolution, right? And pretty soon, this pure beginner that was in its pure state, in a pure fucked up state. Now this person is going to start getting ideas. And one of the common ideas I find is, oh, I've got to be nice. I've got to act polite, kind. I've got to be compassionate, gentle. I've got to be all the stuff that they read about. I've got to be, don't offend anyone. There's no need, be respectful, be this, be that. Oh, I've got, and this pure, unadulterated, fucked up thing now becomes way worse. And all because of one dis-ease, lack of ease that people carry in their minds. What is that? The ultimate virus of the mind. What will they think of me? What will they think of me? Now here's a strange thing I've noticed as well. The more good-looking or handsome the man, the good-looking the woman or handsome the man, the more pretty the woman, well, there are arguably no women, there are girls in adult bodies, and there are arguably no men, very few left. There are children, boys in adult bodies, right? But let's just, for the sake of the video, let's just say that the prettier the woman, the more in the clutches of this paradigm they're going to be. What will they think of me? And they carry this fear in their stomach all the time. So much so that they forget they have this incredible fear, and that's the only thing they relate to everything in the world with. And they forget that it's been too long. It's internalized completely. And then you have the good-looking guys, same thing. They're concerned constantly, what will they think of me? What will they think of me? And so what happens is these people start going on the path to bettering themselves, becoming more spiritual, right? And what happens? The corruption starts. I've got to be nice, otherwise what will they think of me? I've got to be compassionate, otherwise what will they think of me? Dalai Lama, the lying Lama, said, We should be compassionate. Buddha said, Jesus said, this said, that said, so I must be. Because otherwise, what will they think of me? We must all be kind. We must be peaceful. Really? Where is it? Where is all that written? In the Bible, in the Quran, in the this, in the that. And these people now become way worse than they ever were. Because the real problems are going to start now in their life. The real misery, now they've become a time bomb that's just ticking. And it's going to explode in physical illness, horrific physical illnesses, accidents, devastated relationships of all kinds, including a relationship with themselves. And this is all going to happen. It's just a time bomb ticking. Because this person has now learned to practice inauthenticity at the cost of their feelings, their real feelings. And they've learned to practice inauthenticity to a much greater degree than ever before. Before they were just fucked up. That's it. I'm just fucked up. But now they're a sophisticated fuck up. Spiritually sophisticated. A whole new layer of guilt and regret is coming later on. Why couldn't I have just been myself? It would have been just so easy. I would have avoided the cancer and the getting my liver cut out or whatever, I would have not been paralyzed half my side with a stroke. This wouldn't have happened, that wouldn't have happened. Yeah, it wouldn't have happened if you just bothered to be yourself. So in the rainbow of feelings, you think of feelings like water. The so-called good feelings, for warriors, all the feelings are good feelings. All the feelings are allies. That's the difference between the average man who spends half their income giving it to psycho-rapists. I have never known one instance. I have many friends who are psycho-rapists, qualified psycho-rapists, or the average man refers to them as psychotherapists. It's a completely white concept, white Western concept. No other parts of the world has ever needed these people. Psychoanalysts and psycho this and psycho that. So the average man spends their entire life giving half their income to these people. Personally, I've never known one of them to be effective in their profession. It's kind of like paying for a Coca-Cola and there's no Coke inside in the can. What are you going to do? Just do that again. Pay for another Coca-Cola and there's no Coke. And keep doing that, hoping for a different result. No, what you're paying for, you will never get from these people. They don't know. Believe me, they are more fucked up than you are. If you could peek inside their life, what they are showing you in order to get money and their profession is very different from what it is in their own life. So someone who's teaching you and sorting your life out, well, they better be way better than you. But can you guarantee that they are way better than you, more proficient in living a better life than you? And I guarantee you that they're not. You won't find one of them like that. One of them. And by the way, the more qualified, PhD, and the more qualified these people are, the more you should be running the other way. Because the more fucked up than you think you've got problems, you were abused as a child, or whatever your problems are, yeah, that's way worse. It's just better hidden. So think of feelings like water. The good feelings, feeling blessed, feeling appreciated, feeling having some praise coming at you, the feeling that feels, the feeling of confidence, all these feelings, they're like flowing fresh water. The feeling of anger, irritation, frustration, rage, these are boiling water. You better be very careful with handling boiling water. So your job is to cool that water down and get it flowing. It's no use just putting that pot of boiling water to the side and say, well, I hope I'll just ignore it and it'll kind of stop boiling at some point. No. That ignoring it is giving it the heat it needs to keep it boiling forever and ever. And remember this, in the natural water systems of the world, there is literally maybe one or two, and that still proves the point. There is no body of water that is boiling above ground. No rivers are boiling, no seas are boiling, nothing is above ground, nothing is boiling. But there is boiling water, natural boiling water in the earth. It's all underground. It's the same with you. Everyone is happy to display the happy feelings. Oh, even that people are ashamed of. And all the boiling water is carefully hidden underneath. And what happens to the boiling water that's underground? Eventually erupts. And at the most inconvenient time in life, in the worst way possible. What warriors do is they embrace the full gamut. In other words, if I'm feeling angry, there's no need to hide it. I'm angry. I'm fucked off. I'm pissed off about this, this, and that. I express it there and then. Let the boiling water flow. Now there are boundaries, limitations, and self-restraint to handling boiling water. You don't just start splashing it around on, don't start taking a bath in boiling water, do you? You are very careful in handling it, but handle it you must. So express it, but with a degree of self-restraint, right? You're frustrated, express it. Don't keep it to preserve your nice image. You're a pretty girl, you good looking, are you? Are you good looking? Great. This video is for you. You need to be willing to be ugly. You're too attached to being seen as a pretty girl, good girl, whatever. Pretty girl and good girl go together, usually. And neither the good girl nor the pretty girl image is going to do you any good in the end. Because you're not a very good person anyway, are you? I'm not a very nice person. Neither are you. Yeah, and you may be good looking now. Yeah, let's just wait a little bit of time. Let's see how good looking you are when you are older. So start now. Give up all these ghost stories, these idiotic Cinderella fantasies, and be real. Be yourself. Be yourself. I'll bet money that you don't even know how to be yourself. It's been too long, and since a child you've practiced pleasing everyone else. People pleaser. No good. There's no good ending there. There's only disempowerment. If you want to start hunting true power within yourself, you have to start with learning to express with mistakes. You'll make plenty of mistakes along the way. Sometimes you'll express too much, too quickly. Other times you won't express enough. Fine, but you've got to start consciously doing that. Warriors don't pander to the paradigm of what will they think of me. Warriors couldn't care less. I could not care less what people think of me. It is just not something that I will ever be bothered with, ever was bothered with. Too much of a waste of time with no returns whatsoever. Right? So what you've got to do is let go. It's very difficult because your ego loves the idea of what will they think of me and fashioning your life around that one single thought form. You gotta somehow, by hook or by crook, you gotta give that one up. And the way to break its back permanently is to just relentlessly be yourself. Be yourself. Don't have to put makeup on to make yourself pretty. Don't have to comb your hair. You can comb your hair if you like, but not so that others will see you as a better person, or what will they think of me if I don't comb my hair. Whatever people think, I'm just I'm trying to guess what people might think, right? No, none of these are your concerns. These are things that are here today, gone tomorrow. You cannot be defining yourself with such shallow parameters. The fruits of the Spirit, as it is called in the Bible, very, very lovely term, I love it. And I'm sure in other books, tomes, there are other phrases for the same thing. But the attributes of the Spirit, a strong, powerful Spirit, that is what you should be spending your time cultivating, investing in. But your every waking moment is invested in what will they think of me? How are you going to have space for anything else but be an asshole throughout your life, to yourself and to others? Personally, if it's a good-looking female, I become very cautious, very wary, because I know exactly the mentality. I know exactly the mentality. But if you were to give me a blind test, here's an incredibly good-looking woman. Nothing wrong with good-looking women, but they come with a preset installation of thought forms that makes them actually very ugly. And if it's just a woman, not particularly good-looking, nothing, not who do you think the average man, literally the average man, will pick the pretty one. Oh, she's rich and famous and pretty. Hi, let's go. Personally, I'll completely ignore that and I'll go with that other one. She's gonna be a great date. She's gonna be great company. She's the one I'm gonna have a great time with. Oh, but Anaam, how can you say that? Yeah, I can say that. I can say that. What are you gonna do about it? I can say that. You know why? Because I've gone through the phases in my life. I've bothered to verify. You'd be lucky if anyone asked you for a date. I'm just joking. Anyway, let me know. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't worry about the Psychorapists. If you are hooked, or if you're paying subscription fees to one of these people, end your subscription, save your money. You can do this yourself. You don't need anyone else. Nature has given you enough tools within you. It's given you an intelligent mind. You can self-educate how to take care of yourself, because no one knows you better than you. Not your mummy, not daddy government, not big brother, not Psycho the Rapist, not your favorite shaman or my healer. None of these people, okay? None of them. Not my medicines. None of them. You can do this. You need to be bothered. Need to be interested in yourself. Keep your self-importance aside. Stop throwing money at a problem in order to fix it, and invest in self-knowledge instead. On that note, I will see you in the next video. Walk in freedom. Farewell.